Morning energy drink stuff. Yeah. Stupid face. All right, so I was having issues with my computer, right? Pretty much we had another one cooler that was not doing well. Pretty much just took a shit on me, right? And pretty much it was like I was slowing down my CPU, right? And I had a hard time getting work done. So Paul told me, hey, Chris on over, we're gonna switch that shit. And pretty much he helped me out by adding like a cool Ryzen Threadripper like CPU cooler, right? And that thing's pretty massive, and I'm pretty happy with it, right? Computer's doing nice now. And part of the video, he kind of like pointed out how many storage devices I have, right? Be like, oh, I have like so many SSDs, one mechanical hard drive, and all that. And one of the comments, somebody asked like, why do I have so many? You know, what's the point of all that? Now, I've made a video like this a while ago, but because internet, nobody goes back in time to watch videos, right? So I'm gonna go over why I have a lot of storage devices. Yeah, I'm gonna leave Paul's hairy arm here in the background because it's funny. Since I've been working with Paul, I had about a total of had like one M.2 break down on me. I had two SSDs, you know, break on me. I already had like maybe 2 or 3 like mechanical hard drives eat shit on me, you know. So these devices, they're gonna break, right? And it's gonna happen, right? Things that use is gonna break. There's no other way around it, right? So having like one massive mechanical or one giant SSD with everything in it is definitely not a good idea, because if you have one giant storage device that pretty much, you know, your operating system just loads up from, along with your project files is in there and all your footage is in there and I don't know what else. If that thing takes a shit, you know, well, you're kind of fucked, right? I mean, you can have backups, obviously, but, you know, in my case, pretty much what I try to do is like I have multiple small SSDs, all with different tasks for certain things, right? That way my computer can just streamline without any interruption, right? That way it can read off one SSD and then can write it to another SSD. That way it doesn't conflict with each other, right? Obviously, I got an M.2 SSD. That's where my operating system is at, right? M.2 is obviously faster, so I just put all my software there, right? And I just strictly use it for that. In my local disk, I do not store any files in there, and also do not store any cache files in there, right? I strictly have it for my operating system, and that's basically it, right? For like the cache, you know, for anything that is created through my software, right? All the cache files or all the temporary files or anything like that, I do have an SSD for that. You know, that's where I store it, right? It's like 250 gigabit storage device that, you know, when I see that starts to get full, I just empty out the cache, right? And I know it's there. That way I have to go into my local C drive and look for it, right? I know where they're at. I can just go there, just click on them and delete them. It's a lot easier for me to do maintenance on a computer when everything is, you know, sorted out like this, right? So my cache is in a one SSD, along with any other temp files that it creates when I'm working, right? I'll just delete that. I got a 150 gigabyte SSD. You know, it's pretty small, but that one I use it to store all my project files, right? I'll create a folder. I'll store the project file for, you know, Premiere Pro or After Effects. You know, if there's any files that I get from the internet, like stock footage or anything like that, I'll put it in that same folder, right? Once it's ready to go, I'm able to like just transfer over to Paul. So, you know, one SSD for my project files, right? That's right. Anything project related, I just store it in there, right? I got a personal SSD, you know, it's just pictures and all that shit, you know, it's basically it. I got one gaming SSD. Yeah, this was like 500 gigabytes, you know, that's where I have my video games stored. Self-explanatory. I got another SSD where pretty much every time I start a project, I create proxies. Proxies are very important to pretty much have a very smooth and quicker way to like work, right? When you're recording on the camera, pretty much the file that the camera's creating, you know, they're all compressed. So pretty much when you try to play back those files, the computer is trying to decode that compressed file and it can slow down your computer. So I create proxies that is a lossless format, which is Cineform. That way pretty much what it does is like, since there's no compression in those files, it read back smoothly because it doesn't have to decode or anything like that, right? So I have an SSD dedicated to my proxies, right? Again, because I know where they're at when I don't need them anymore, and when I'm done, I can just open up my this proxy SSD, and pretty much all these guys, it's like they're usually one project. Once I'm done with the project, I just select them all and delete them. Yeah, and these take up a lot of space, right? So yeah, you know, I set my proxies to one SSD. Once I'm done with them, I can delete them all and start another project. I got a 2 terabyte mechanical hard drive. This one's just a backup, right? So, you know, say like my personal storage stuff, I'll just throw it in here as a backup in case my SSD goes to shit. Then finally have project assets. These are where like extremely high, you know, stock footage I save, right? Pretty much I'll have like, say like the music, 4K stock footage, you know, also have like the autosave. So if for whatever reason my computer crashes, I have it to autosave every 3 minutes, so I can just go back here and open up with like the last autosave. That way it saves me a lot of time. So that way, if a file gets corrupted for whatever reason, I can go back to like a previous save and just work off from that, right? But yeah, this guy here, this is just full of like stock footage, pretty much, you know, sound effects and whatnot, and like I said, 4K stuff, plugins and all that crap, you know. Yeah, pretty much this is just like the storage where like I have a lot of stuff that I kind of like accumulated over the years of working, right? Pretty much sound effects, stock footage, you know, pictures or whatever it could be. You know, I just save them here, right? And like a lot of this stuff is, like I said, it's in 4K, so they can take up a lot of space, right? So I have it here, just ready to go whenever I need it. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. No, I don't like having everything working off one SSD, right? I have a bunch of multiple small little SSDs. That way, if one of them fucks up, then oh well, I could just replace it and keep on going, right? Having multiple SSDs, for me, I feel a lot more comfortable like working in this manner. And I feel like it puts less strain on like the read and write speeds when I'm editing and working on something, right? So I don't need to spend a lot of money on buying like expensive SSDs. I do get like maybe just budget-oriented SSDs, right? But they have lasted me for a good while. But even good SSDs like Samsung's, you know, SSDs, they have broken down on me before. So like it doesn't really matter like what you get, you know, it's just, you know, stuff's gonna break eventually for whatever reason. So anyways, that's why I have a bunch of like SSDs. Yeah, makes life easier and it gives me peace of mind. So that's all I got for you. Hey, take care and peace.